Hi, I'm Jameson Newlander, Alan Frog from the Lost Boys, and you're watching Frog Brothers Podcast.
What's Scooby doing running from a spooky ghost?
It's refreshment time, folks.
Are either one of these any good?
Do you like scary movies?
I don't watch movies.
I have to return some videotapes.
You have a TV?
No. I just like to read the TV guide. Read the TV guide. Don't need a TV.
Books, records, films, these things matter. Call me Shell. It's the fucking truth.
Over 1,600 titles, each for rent at just $2 the first night, and only
Finish him.
I don't watch TV.
Yeah, but you are aware that there's an invention called television, and on this invention they show shows, right?
Watch a few movies, take a few notes.
Okay, I want channels 18, 24, 63, 109, 87, and the Weather Channel.
Welcome to the Frog Brothers Podcast with your hosts, Justin and Alec.
Hello, and welcome to the Frog Bros Podcast. My name's Justin.
Motherfucker's still eating.
I'm still finishing my candy. My Wily Wallaby soft and chewy classic red licorice.
To swallow before we begin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're going to be making quite the ruckus when we eat these tacos later. I'm going to flick my tongue in it.
Tacos.
And everything. Choco tacos. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but there's some more pressing matters in the news for most people. I mean, the Choco Taco might be more important than anything from Comic-Con, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I was going to say, we didn't go to San Diego Comic-Con, but we've heard a lot about it. It's like watching a...
I'm not a doctor, but I play one on TV. That's us just now.
To me, it's kind of like, instead of participating in a bukkake video, you just watch the video, right?
Losers always whine about their best.
And so I feel like we've been bukkakeed by the video of San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
It's everywhere.
I feel that.
You suck.
Lots and lots and lots of Marvel news. I think that was the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of toy news.
There's not a whole lot of toy news that I gave a shit about, but there was bits and pieces for sure, especially in the NECA horror stuff.
Yeah, lots of good NECA stuff.
Say mostly what I gave a fuck about was the NECA reveals. I love the ET stuff.
I love it. I don't know if I'm going to get any of it, but I do love it. It's well designed and it looks awesome. But
there's 3 figures there. I almost just want someone for the accessories.
I was
like
about to say,
desk phone and stuff.
Yeah,
I want him almost to, so you can fucking face him off with Alf and shit.
Well, yeah, I was going to say that's an essential right there. Is like they have to meet. So
Alf would beat his ass. I'd be like, "You're a fucking bitch."
Saw the box art for Alf, which I loved. It seems very vintage looking, very silly.
Yes.
Very excited for that figure to drop this year.
Yes. Alf, my homie.
Lots of other cool stuff.
Yeah, I kill me.
The Hasbro stuff wasn't all that exciting. They didn't have anything Ghostbusters to reveal.
Well, I didn't necessarily expect that at Comic-Con or anything. They'll
yeah,
do
but
that
we
at
had
Hasbro Pulse if they do anything.
Did they talk about the put your face on a figure?
Yeah, they did reveal
talk
that
about
officially. So
that's Ghostbusters-ish.
The biggest thing on that, though, that I think triggered some people, because I already saw people like losing their minds over like, it's not going to print your facial hair on there, or it's not going to like have.
So
like,
all
the
those people with disgusting, nasty beards of birds' nests are like, "Aw," and all the people with facial hair like me are like, "That's fine.
Well,
my mustache and my little triangle here would paint right on there."
Yeah, I was going to say, mine's. I don't keep mine long. I just keep it trimmed, and so it's going to paint right on there, and I won't give a fuck. The app
Nick can get some 5 o'clock shadow and be good.
They had made a Peck figure. They'd already have beard mechanics for their figure, I guess. Right?
Yeah, but
Justin,
I mean,
you could just switch a Peck head.
Well, they made a.
I could.
They had to make a.
The hair is just too different.
They had to make a female body special for this because they hadn't released one yet. So. For the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But they can't put a beard.
Oh, they're just not sculpting it on the heads. So I mean, the bodies are pretty much interchangeable, and the heads are going to be a little different.
They should have.
The only thing on the Ghost.
They should have the overweight.
The inclusivity on theirs, and this is just starting, so they may offer some more lines, right? But you're basically looking at being able to retool the existing figures and
retooling. I'll retool you.
Throw different heads on them, which should be pretty cool. For the price point, I don't know. I think all the Ghostbusters ones say rookie on the patch, though. I don't think that's customizable, which is unfortunate, but I'm sure someone will figure out a way to do it yours. Still, it's a fun concept to be in able to buy that directly from the
gives a
manufacturer,
fucking
not like
shit?
pay some random person to customize it for you. You know what I mean? And like all the people that are crying about beards, if they want their fucking ZZ Top beard, they can fucking buy some sculpty putty and put that on there themselves.
Glue some of their pubes on there.
Do it.
Yeah.
Is each figure going to come with a trap and a stream and a PKE?
I think there's a couple. If
You might have options.
I think it said it was going to come with everything. Though.
It should have options for other stuff, though. You know, like
There, it's only going to be
extras.
what they've already made. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I think you get 3 accessory options. I'm not sure if that's standard by what figure you order through anyone in the line, because this goes through most of the current Hasbro catalog.
And it's like $60, $65. That's not too bad.
$60.
$60. Not too shabby.
Not terrible unless you're somebody that's going to do like every Star Wars style figure you can do. But I'm like, just buy one and change the head on the.
You're going to buy a bunch of them, yeah.
All you got to do is buy one and put the head on whatever figure you're looking to do. So,
can I get just a Gozer body with my head? Will they do that instead?
Might.
Wouldn't that be better? No, I mean, it has to be adjusted a little bit. I got to have some sort of like package there.
Oh, a dance belt on there to show that you're like hiding your package, but still
no,
wearing
just
it.
like make it look like I'm hiding my package in a leotard. Just make it look like there's a big bulge in there, like a fucking big schlong halfway down the leg, you know, stuffed down the leg. That'd be hilarious.
I mean, it'd definitely be weird. I don't know if I'd
be
wanna
more
see it.
unique than these other people with their fat bearded Ghostbusters figures, because you know that they don't have a fat body for this, so none of them are going to be accurate.
They need that.
It's all these fat dudes ordering skinny guy Ghostbuster bodies because the company doesn't love you. That's what it is. It's not that I don't like fat people.
Well, I was gonna say that is the most fucked up part of this is there's no body inclusivity yet, right? And that's a real thing. Like I'm fucking fat right now, so like I can't argue that. Like my figure's gonna be thinner than me in real life.
Yeah.
But I should work on that. But
Hasbro doesn't like fat people. We should start that hashtag.
I don't know if we want to go down that route yet.
I'm going to Kanye that if I'm ever on a Hasbro thing. I'm going to go, Hasbro does not care about black people. Fat black people.
Oh, Jesus. Now where are you going there? Okay. Now who's the asshole?
Do they have multiple skin tones? How many skin tones do they have?
I don't know, but it took Band-Aid until like the last 2 years to make different skin tones, so let's figure that piece out.
Well, this is an action figure of your own likeness, though. So they better have, like, they might just base the color tone off of it. Hopefully, it'll just be able to go off of your photo as opposed to being like, look, we have Mexican skin tone, we have black, and we have white.
So it's fucked up when you look closely at the
Like,
demo figures they showed on the
need more than that.
Ghostbusters specifically, since they can't do the neck tone to match.
Oh, fucking A, really?
Yeah, like the zipper goes like all the way up to the bottom of the chin on the female figure. The male figure seems to have like a black, at least on the demo version, had a black stem coming out, like looking like a turtleneck. Now, obviously, in the Power Rangers, like they're wearing like the colored suit all the way up to their head.
Can I get my figure to be black?
Oh,
like it's my face, but I'm black.
No, because you scan
an
it.
option?
Yeah, you do see how this might
They won't let you
make
do
us
that?
look bad, right?
You can only, it's basically you scan your face using the Hasbro Pulse app.
Can I put me on a female body?
Yes.
That's what the bigger guys can do. Just get the female body. That way you have some chest.
Don't make fun of my boobs. I worked a long time to grow these. Hey, and random stuff here while we're still talking San Diego Comic-Con.
Juicy juice.
Found some of these Juicy Juice orange tangerine juice boxes, so we're going to see if this tastes like Ecto Cooler. So here, I'll crack one of those open. I got one for everybody.
Oh, the base thing's supposed to, just this is supposed to taste like it?
Yeah.
I have not heard that.
I think it was this flavor anyway. I don't know.
I mean, it is orange tangerine. That's what it's supposed to be.
You haven't tried it yet?
Kinda.
Close for
This is real juice, though. No sugar added.
I was about to say, that throws it off completely. That's what it is. Because Ecto Cooler is meant to taste like chemicals.
Yeah. I get why you could see that, though. I mean, you get that tangerine flavor in there.
I don't think that tastes like it at all.
So I posted some of our Ecto Coolers on our Instagram the other day, and people are asking, like, what did it taste like? You drank that? Like, they were surprised that I opened my Ecto Cooler from the premiere, and I'm like, you realize
It's going to rot so quick for them.
That ecto cooler is going to be like that diarrhea fucking dark green.
It turns almost black. I've seen a jug of it.
Yeah, it's going to be like diarrhea color later on.
I was like, do I want that, or do I want to just keep the bottle and have the memory of having drunk ecto cooler at the premiere during watching Afterlife?
You don't need to keep the liquid in it.
No.
I needed a beverage anyway, so...
For me, it was being in the moment, drinking the ecto cooler, the nostalgic taste of ecto cooler while watching a movie that played heavily on nostalgia. I was never going to be able to redo that in my life. So I drank it. And then looking at all the ones that Dinosaur Dracula has posted all over that he has saved, like in the clear jars or whatever else, and it just looks absolutely disgusting. Like, I don't need a jar of fucking diarrhea water to look at in a decade.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. I'd rather see a clean, empty bottle over there and know that I drank it. That being said, I do have a sealed juice box and sealed can from the 2016 release, but I can't see it, so...
I have a couple sealed juice boxes, and I need to get some of the cans, but... I guess, Nick, you should go grab us some of those...
Taco.
Those Choco Tacos.
Is that going to go well with this juicy juice?
Probably not.
Marvel.
So, as you know, Choco Tacos have been... Or I don't know if you know this or not, but Choco Tacos today, as of today, confirmed, have been discontinued. Which means there's a finite amount of Choco Tacos out there. And I got my hands on some of them tonight at Casey's gas station. And it's a fucking end of an era. 1984 to 2022. I grew up occasionally eating these things, getting them from the ice cream man occasionally and shit like that, too. And
what I don't understand
they're
is
not
why...
like particularly special. They're just like basically like one of those cones that you'd get.
Cones.
Waffle, but it's shaped different, you know?
It's the novelty of the shape. But I feel like there's more chocolate sauce mixed in there by the way they do it in the taco shape.
There's more chocolate sauce as opposed to the hard chocolate bottom shell at the
there's a better blend in those. And I can't eat one right now just because I'm vegan. So.
Are you?
So,
just reiterate.
I was about to say, make sure you hang on to that sleeve. I want it.
Yeah, don't destroy it.
Yes.
Yeah, you can repress that and actually put a fake one in there for a future time's sake.
This is
for the fake freezer that he's going to have in the video store someday.
So are we done talking about Comic-Con?
No, we haven't started Comic-Con. We're gonna eat these and talk a little bit about Choco Taco for just a second. I ate these in the 90s with my friend Nathan. We'd go to gas stations and get this shit. And, man, look at this thing.
Is that Amazing Grace?
There's ice cream leaking over on the background, yeah.
Yeah, this is fair use music. How is it?
That's how you can use it at funerals.
That's like that frozen Nestle Crunchness, like the crisp rice mixed into the...
Well, they're like supposedly nuts, I think.
Oh, crispy chocolate on the top. The waffle cone shell, the vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, peanuts.
The only thing I feel like is missing from those, at the bottom of the waffle cone, they give you a little chocolate butt
That's
plug.
what I was saying.
Yeah, because that chocolate's always delightful.
Let's do that to you, Choco Taco.
As everyone prepares to
need some
consume.
salsa.
What would it be, like marshmallow fluff or something?
What?
Salsa for this?
Salsa?
Something to dip it in, yeah.
Not actual salsa.
Yeah, something chocolatey.
Peanut butter.
Ooh, a chocolate caramel with
They do make peanut butter chocolate. Well,
they
God
did.
Damn it! I want to cry.
But now you're found. Yeah, so this is a real sad moment here. These Choco Tacos going out of style. Going away. You know what, though? That just makes it so they can bring it back later and be like, hey, guess what? Back for a limited time only. They know what they're doing.
It's like those McRibs.
But here's what I got. Why are you discontinuing a product that's far superior than your namesake? The Klondike bar is way overrated and extremely fucking boring, and I will fight you over that.
People would do anything for
The
one.
best part of a Klondike is the commercials. Yeah.
Yeah, the advertising is the only thing about a Klondike bar that's good. It's like a dilly bar from Dairy Queen with less fucking chocolate coating on the outside.
Probably costs less, though.
Yeah, you probably get more for your bang there, but still. And Dairy Queen actually has non-dairy versions of the dilly bar now, which I don't think Klondike's even gone away from cow pus. So
These Or $2 each. At a gas station, so could be worse.
Yeah, they're one of those little treats on the go. It's one of those things like on a nice hot summer day, you want to grab one of those, but you got to eat it so fast because when it's 100 degrees out and it's just fucking melting immediately. Ooh, yeah, I like how it's spilling out the end like a real taco.
Mm-hmm. You know what to do with that?
Yeah, you know, they never made the strawberry pink taco like they should have for this brand that I'm aware of.
Pink taco.
Yeah, but I mean, you could have done a strawberry waffle cone or cherry or whatever else with some of the...
Like a vagina.
Do you think so? Oh, that's so funny, Nick. I like how Nick states the most obvious things, deadpan.
Choco, we salute you.
Well, that's pretty good.
We will miss you, and we hope to see you again on brighter days. So while these guys are finishing that up, so I got this flashlight, not to be confused with flashlight, because everyone's got those too, but I got a vintage Energizer Ever Ready flashlight.
I've seen a that thing you shared, the Vecna dildo, whatever it's called.
Mm-hmm.
Now you need to make a Vecnussy with a flashlight like this.
Yeah.
And then it's a Vecna pussy. Vecna back pussy.
Back pussy.
Yeah, so I got the vintage one of these. It's pretty cool.
Vecnussy.
Troy Benjamin of the Interdimensional Cross Rip commented that, you know, he used this as his lightsaber as a child because it's like metal and even has the belt loop hanger on it for there. So you're like, yeah, I can see that. Hell yeah, that's awesome. And then one other thing I noticed. So apparently the
new one's actually bright enough to be useful, though.
Yes. Yeah, the LED on this, man, like if these go clearance, like I'll probably get some of these just to have around for that because this thing's super fucking bright. It's awesome.
That was a delicious taco.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And then there's this little hidden compartment on the back.
You can store your weed.
Yeah, well, not even well,
your ecstasy probably at least. You
say
could store enough weed in there for at least.
Oh, maybe a little one-hitter, but yeah, it says Warn 11 in mine. A lot of these have different sayings inside of it, but this is water-sealed too, though, so you could, in theory, use it for acid in there if you wanted to take your trip of acid.
Or any pills.
Yeah. Like your birth control or whatever, if you went camping, you could just throw it in there.
Your Plan B.
Yeah, well, if you have to hide it from the government, you know.
Yeah, when Plan B becomes illegal. This thing's so bright, like, no wonder fucking people hate dealing with law enforcement on bright flashlights. But yeah, I got the vintage one just for shits and giggles, because, you know, why the fuck not? If we ever shoot an old-style movie, we can. Oh, what else did I get? Oh, we're doing show and tell before I forget. Our friend of the podcast, and you may have heard him on an episode or two before, John Yerkeba. His first professional comic book cover for IDW Comics Transformers Beast Wars, I ordered that. And then I ordered the first cover he did for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Has a lot of Easter eggs in there for people that know John and what John's into. So, ordered those from Graham Crackers Comics. They're an awesome shop out of Chicago. And normally I would have hit up Elite Books and Comics here in Kansas City area, which I did, and they were out of both of those. Even on the TMNT, they sold out of the new issue pretty quick, so that's why you got to order your books through them, so they get enough. But Graham Crackers has you covered if not, instead of buying from Amazon or some other big...
Oh, God, that doesn't mix well at all.
Place.
With Choco Taco.
Yeah, I didn't even go near it.
Oh, God.
Sorry, Nick. Go brush your teeth and then drink some of the orange. Yeah, we
oh, yeah. See how that goes.
Oh, yeah. Orange juice and toothpaste.
What else do we got on the agenda? Comic-Con? Marvel stuff? When we talk about this Marvel stuff? We kind of already talked about it while we were sitting out there.
Everybody's talking Comic-Con.
There's so much, though. They're going to finish Marvel Phase 4, then they talked about Phase 5 and all the way through Phase 6.
What's the first movie of Phase 5? Quantumania?
Maybe. I think so.
I don't have the list in front of me. But we can just talk in terms of generalities. Like, I don't need to be specific. Anyone can look that shit up on their own.
Black Panther, Ironheart, and Namor.
Yep.
Namor. How do you say it? Namor? I thought
Namor. Yeah. M'Baku in the trailer of what looks like he's wearing the Black Panther costume. But Suri may also wear it. We don't know yet. I mean, obviously, there's lots of things going on there, so... Because what I don't get is there's no rule saying not anyone else can wear the technology of the Black Panther costume. But typically, by tradition standards, they get that through the technology and all the rituals there. So, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, they get also that fucking seed shit or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Which is all destroyed, supposedly. So, which we'll see what happens there. Definitely excited for that. Nick, not so much.
What?
How many, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you care about this new Black Panther flick?
0.
That's what I figured.
But it might be good. It might
What about
surprise me.
Namor?
I don't know what that is.
Basically the Aquaman of this Marvel.
Oh.
Underwater like guy, but he's a mutant, I think.
Oh, is that what's in the trailer? They're underwater a lot?
Yeah.
So, just hearing speculation from the internet, I've heard that it's not actually based on the lost city of Atlantis like it is in the comics. It's more based on something different, but they look more like Pacific Islander, I think, is kind of what they're looking like. They may go with that.
They also
story
have blue skin, a lot of them. So
yeah, so I don't know
Avatar.
exactly how they're going.
Yeah, exactly.
Namor can go from underground to, he kind of traverses both planes.
Can he talk to animals?
Well, I'm pretty sure he's a mutant in the comics too, so that's why he can do that.
I don't know. Never been into it, but that's pretty cool. We're starting to see a much more diverse group of characters come in and stuff that's not just your same old stuff.
So that's interesting. They announced 2 Avengers movies.
Supposed to release within 6 months of each other. Alec already called that he thinks they're going to wind up changing that to a year out because 6 months is a very short turnaround between 2 Avengers flicks.
How far apart was Infinity War and Endgame?
A year.
Yeah, that's why I said that. Mostly.
Did they plan to do 6 months with that one originally? Or?
Originally, those were Avengers Infinity War Part 1 and Avengers Infinity War Part 2, and then they intentionally separated them so that they would not be associated as double feature, although that's what they are, clearly, still. So
I think they just wanted to distinguish the title of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but clearly it's that cliffhanger ending that you're like, whatever. It doesn't matter what you call it. We all know it. It's a fucking 2-part movie, so.
Which, looking back, Infinity War is a much more comprehensive movie. I still like that one better, although the ending of Endgame is solid. There's inconsistencies in there, like where Ant-Man is in the van and then they cut to another shot and there's giant Ant-Man in the background. Shit like that.
How dare they?
Just because there's so many fucking people, they couldn't keep up with it and shit. It's just little things like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not like that pissed at it or anything, just funny. Yeah, I guess that's about it. I don't know. I ain't got much else to say about it.
I'm pretty excited about Daredevil, 18-episode series, all that being tied in. I think that'll be good.
I think that's 2024 also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just so much of it, and times are going to change on that. I didn't hear, was there much announced for Star Wars at all, really? Seemed like it was pretty quiet on that front.
I haven't heard anything.
They have that Disney event that's probably we're going to...
Oh, yeah, Celebration.
Not Celebration, like D23 or what are they?
Oh,
is
yeah,
that what it's called?
D23, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Am I making that up?
It's similar, if not that.
And then they made a big deal about Kevin Feige saying they're going to come back and do Comic-Con again next year because they took a couple-year hiatus, but there was also a pandemic for a couple of years, so...
Was there?
Take what you will out of that. I don't know. It's just going to be overwhelming for the amount of content we're going to get and figuring that out, so...
Yeah.
Excited for it, but at the same time, you have to level set your expectations, and Alec and I were talking about this prior to the show, but you really just got to figure out, you're not going to like everything. It's going to be like comic stories. It's going to be like the comic books themselves. You're going to like certain storylines and story arcs that go and run, and then people are going to like the Infinity Saga over the Multiverse Saga or whatever else we're dealing with right now, so.
Yep. Be interesting.
Everyone thought they're going to announce the Fantastic Four cast, and
people were talking about how they're going to announce Deadpool 3, and I'm like, to be honest, I just don't even give a shit about Deadpool anymore.
Haven't they kind of already announced that though?
Not officially.
That was one of the
they
few...
announced that they're working on it or something, but not like.
That was one of the few titles that they basically said they're going to carry over from Fox, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Disney Plus is carrying."
Yeah, they put them on Disney Plus.
Logan and Deadpool, and you're like, "Yeah, they own the fucking movies. They're part of the MCU. Where the fuck do you think they're going to go?"
Didn't they set up a rated R section already? Anyway, right? On Disney
I don't know.
Plus,
I mean, and people are like, "Well, how do you do that for kids?" And I'm like, "My kids have kids profiles on fucking Disney Plus, so they can't see half the shit. So if I want them to watch something else, no, granted." Who's going to stop a kid from just going on someone else's profile and watching something, but still.
But we watched RoboCop when we were little kids, and we turned out fine.
Yeah, they made a fucking toy line for it.
Yeah, and a fucking Terminator.
Rambo,
toys.
and they made Rambo toys.
Yeah, every fucking mass genocidal. Is that... that's something that I don't want to give conspiracy theorists a thing to run away with. Be like, is that why we're so crazy here? But no, it's not. There's a lot of us.
We should make an... Famous assholes action figures, all the way from Adolf Hitler to Osama bin Laden to
Josh Hawley,
Elon Musk.
All those,
yeah,
all those violent movies Hitler watched.
Yep.
Then he played Grand Theft Auto.
Mm-hmm.
Order now, and send us 3 receipts, and we'll send you the mail-away golden Hitler figure.
Now, that is one thing I do miss about the modern age of toy collecting is, like, there's no fucking mail-away exclusives anymore. It's all, like, con exclusives. Like, make me send in those UPCs and mail them in. Come on, make me do some work for this shit. You could do that. And you don't got to do it all the time, but just occasionally some nostalgia-based shit would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. I like exclusivity.
Exclusivity.
Yeah.
I still know what you did last summer.
Yeah, I don't have the first one on VHS.
Oh my god.
I mean, I found that one at a Goodwill. I bought it for $1, so.
I'd buy that for $1.
Exactly.
They say that in RoboCop.
You know what we're less than a month away from? Summer of Santa Carla. See all you assholes in Texas.
Texas.
And non-assholes, too.
What is Summer in Santa Carla?
What is Sumerian Santa Carla? I think that's where Gozer comes and starts the vampire coalition.
Something like that.
What's Babylonian Santa Carla?
Moldy Babylonians? Yeah, they're...
Moldy Babylonians.
Moldy Babylonians.
Moldy baloney.
Moldy Babylonians.
Moldy tits.
Funky
Yeah, we
wild
might
tits
have
from
new
outer space.
We might have new listeners.
Come on, Greg.
Oh, I guess you're going to play a little ad, aren't you? At the end? Or will it be in the beginning?
Well, we already did the beginning of the show, Nick.
I don't know. This is like...
Oh, he adds it in post.
No, he doesn't.
Mm-hmm. The commercials.
Only when
Sometimes.
I record remote.
Oh, that's right.
You know what I just watched? Me pulling a can off some moron's fist? Return of the Jedi.
Did you see Alien? When that creature was in that guy's stomach?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You ever seen that really old movie? Empire Strikes Back? Jesus, Tony.
Welcome to Retro Release Reviews.
I gave you a perfect segue to RoboCop, and you didn't push the button then.
When?
When I don't know, something I said.
Have you ever given away anything good?
No,
I'm
I
just
gave
curious.
a good segue to RoboCop by bringing it up, and you didn't push the psalm then.
I don't remember that. Maybe I didn't think it was a good enough time yet.
No, but we didn't talk about anything else.
I don't know.
My favorite part about this movie is that people don't
What
get
movie?
that it was...
You haven't told the audience.
Have you been running your fucking mouth already?
1987?
Yes, 1987.
RoboCop. Orion Pictures, correct?
Orion Pictures, yes.
Yes. Orion Home Video.
Pot man, pot machine, all cop.
Pot man, pot machine, all cop.
Until he turned into a vigilante.
Into a vigilante?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm. So I'm no longer going to try to arrest you.
He doesn't kill people like you think he does, because all the fucking people you think he killed show back up alive later, and then he's got to kill them for real.
I mean, he does fuck a lot of people up, but hey, what are you going to do? It's got to happen.
He
He's
punches that
RoboCop.
guy out the window that took the mayor hostage.
This was probably, he was definitely one of my top 5 when we did our top 5
cops?
Movie cops.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm sure. Who?
I like how
Why wouldn't
Lewis...
he be?
I mean, I know that, I'm pretty sure Johnny Utah was on our list.
I thought he was FBI.
Law enforcement still.
That's kind of what we were doing with.
Oh, okay.
An FBI agent's close enough
Johnny
to a cop.
Utah.
It's just a cop with
He's a federal
less
cop.
fucking rules.
Cop.
That does more fucked up shit.
Cop. Like a cop in a donut
You're a
factory.
dirty cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so RoboCop. Oh, wait, that's the spoof. I think I watched that wrong movie. I like how all these fucking movies can have such easy porn parody names.
Is that a real thing?
Even though this movie itself is supposed to be a parody on society and like where they're going, and like the violence was extremely gratuitous on purpose just to be satire, and people didn't get that. They're like, man, this is a really violent movie.
No. That's more realistic. It's not sanitized and...
Yeah, but he was trying to be over the top with the violence on there, and like I know there's some scenes that were cut down, but the ratings board was pretty pissed about some of the stuff in this movie when it was coming out. So
This is Paul Verhoeven, right?
yes, director.
I couldn't tell
Yes.
what versions Showtime had that I watched it on.
Yeah, didn't he also do Total Recall and a couple other ones that I'm not even... My brain's not thinking of. Some 90s sci-fi, too. I think
Starship
Total
Troopers.
Recall's 90. Yeah, he did that, right.
RoboCop might have been... Or Total Recall might have been 1990, I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, it was after this. Clarence Redeker.
Redeker.
Bodeker, sorry.
I don't know.
Writing was too far away.
Isn't that Red from...
Kurtwood Smith, yes.
That 70s show?
That 70s show. He's a good asshole in this movie.
Oh, he's fucking fantastic.
Glorious.
But he also looks kind of like a small, nerdy guy at the same time.
He
with the
does,
glasses,
but he looks like one of those fucking crazy people you don't want to fuck with, and he plays this role perfect. He's great. Way fucking underrated for this
Ray
movie.
Wise is in so.
Fuck yeah, he is.
Henchmen.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
Yeah, Ray Wise is Leon Nash, is his character's name. So,
Peter Weller, obviously.
Yeah.
Who we love from also Naked Lunch, Cronenberg film. Weird fucking movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys have seen that. We'll have to talk about it at some point.
This has the David Lynch Cronenberg like crossover vibes just due to the casting, which is awesome.
Yeah, pretty much has a lot of that cult casting for sure. I thought at first I thought you were meaning like the movie itself, and I was like, no. But,
no, just the casting. Like you can see where these people were kind of in that heyday era there, where they're doing cool shit. So
that's a similar time period too. Twin Peaks was made 2 years after this, so. How does this movie open up? He's transferring and stuff. I haven't watched it in a couple weeks. I didn't get to watch it right away, but I've seen it a million times.
The one thing I love about this movie is those stupid news bits they have to.
Oh, that's right.
News stuff.
So they open with the newscast.
That's some of the first stuff they filmed on this movie, I heard, because they of some issue they were having filming other stuff with permits or something. I can't remember what it was.
So they just got the studio stuff done. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Get it done and go from there. So yeah, we see the beat there, and then Murphy's transferring to the west from the south.
Fucking TJ Laser, baby.
From OLP.
And then the fucking Sarge.
Some other cop had just recently
Or OCP.
murdered.
Omni Consumer Products basically is making all these moves from people into the...
and we haven't yet another Twin Peaks actor. What's his fucking name? He's Albert in Twin Peaks. What's his name? Do you have it written down?
No, I didn't write his name down.
You didn't write his name down, but you wrote down, like, whoever else the fuck you talked about.
Oh, yeah, a couple people that were noteworthy to me.
What character?
Look it up.
What character?
He's very famous. What's his goddamn name?
Dark and in the fucking basement when I was watching this.
What character is it in this?
He's like the Miguel Ferrer. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got that written down later on in a different note then. Yes.
Oh, yeah. He's great.
Yeah, he's great in this. He's a great fucking asshole, and he's like
I didn't even think
pretty
about him.
much my favorite character in
I didn't
Twin
think
Peaks.
about
It's
him
like
being in
not one of the
Twin Peaks.
super main characters. Yeah.
He's great in RoboCop, too, because he's, like, trying to compete with this other asshole. But
He's only in RoboCop 1.
yeah. I meant 2 as in TOO as in also. Thanks, Nick, for the clarification. I appreciate it. Fucking comedy master over here. Nick's over here sucking his juice box. Now I'm going to grab you by the head and put you down here. Put a wig on you first. Just a personal preference, not a knock on bald people.
It's taking an interesting turn.
Oh, yeah.
It says 12-pack on there.
Yeah, because it came from a 12-pack.
Yeah, but they don't do that now, do they?
No. It is a different time, my friend.
The Enforcement Droid 209. ED-209.
Ed.
I love this scene. It's like one of the best scenes in the movie, especially when it's like your first time watching it, you know, and you're like, oh, this is fun. And then you get that conference meeting or whatever, and you get fucking Ed 209, and you're like, oh. Like, it depends on... When I watched this for the first time, I was like 12 or 13. Like, it had already been out for a while, and it was on cable, and I watched it with my dad one time just because it was on TV, and he was watching it in the living room, and it was early enough that this is like one of the first scenes I caught, and I was like, okay, I'm here for this ride.
Yeah.
We had RoboCop on NES growing up.
Oh, we had one of the games. I think it was RoboCop 2 or some shit. But
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was just RoboCop.
Maybe.
But I need to get that on NES because I don't think I have it anymore.
You don't have that copy we had?
There's just a couple of those that are just gone, and I don't know why. 'Cause they've never been separated from it when I've had it. Monster Party 2, and I'm like, that was like one of my favorites.
And that's not a cheap cartridge anymore.
Is it?
No,
Have you looked it up?
Yeah, I've seen it. It goes for more than some of the other ones do now.
Well, I mean, Ghostbusters is like $20 usually, and then Super Mario 3 is like anywhere from 40 to 60 to more.
Yeah, which is crazy considering that was like a in-bundle package.
all those in 64 games, besides Extreme G, are pretty much worth a lot of money too.
Yeah.
It's insane. We just ended up winning the jackpot with keeping a couple of those.
Yeah.
RoboCop. This is what happens when I don't have notes. I just started talking about random shit. But anyway, Ed 209, this whole scene goes down. The guy gets fucking gunned down, and it's brutal as hell.
In the boardroom, man, yeah. And they're like, hey, well, it didn't hear the gun drop.
And he uses the opportunity to be like, RoboCop.
Yeah, the RoboCop program.
Yeah. And that's cool. And then this all we have to do is basically wait for somebody to get fucked up.
Yeah.
And then Peter Weller gets fucked up.
Yeah, but that's awesome, though. That fucking car sequence when he meets Lewis and she's driving.
I have the RoboCop car hanging up there.
Yeah.
I should have put it over here, but
they're out there fucking shooting each other down. That's dope. That's real fucking good.
I agree.
That scene.
I like it. He fucking throws the guys.
Can you fly, Bobby?
Babe? Exactly. He beat me right to it. And then he tosses him. I fucking love that shit.
And then there's the whole fucking pissing scene when Lewis walks up to the guy pissing, and she's like, "Can I put it away?" And as soon as she looks down at his dick, he fucking decks her.
Yeah.
That's so fucking stupid, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
And then when fucking Murphy gets shot, they fucking blow his hand off first, and then they blow his whole fucking arm off, and then they just shoot him to death. And then he's still alive. It's almost like a fucking the Black Knight skit from isn't that what that's called? Monty Python.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like almost that. Like, he's still alive. And then he goes and shoots him fucking point blank.
Right
and then he's still alive there, or you think he's alive because they transfer him by hospital. He doesn't leave in a body bag, basically.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to transfer him into that.
The whole sequence where you're in his point of view and the chair and everything
That's
is really
fucking
cool.
awesome. Yeah, when you see him coming online and you see like the laser sighting system getting mounted and drilled down on there, that's really well done.
When he's testing all the features, like double up the things, play back, and all that shit. Then they have the New Year's party. You can tell that time is passing and stuff. Like his wife's grieved his death and shit, pretty much.
Yeah.
Like obviously still upset, but like enjoy. It's not like that's a whole. They go back to that a couple times, but it's not like.
They never overdo
its
that.
main
Which
focus
in this movie,
for
you don't
him,
need
like
it,
him remembering it and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's more important. Yeah, his partner's interesting. He gets turned into fucking RoboCop, and he eats that paste and shit, and the guy's like, it's pretty good, and he's just like eating on it and shit.
Yeah, he's like, it tastes like baby. Yeah, and they have it come out of that machine. It looks so gross. You're like, oh, it looks like fucking motor oil
like
almost.
Right?
It's like a McDonald's ice cream machine.
I don't know if they answer this
this
ever.
thing worked.
But like everybody's thinking, does he have a cock still?
Everyone's thinking
I don't know. After he argues about cutting his other arm off, they're like, yeah, we're able to save an arm. They're like, no.
Right.
They're like, he's dead. Like, he died. Like, he gave us his consent for his body. We can do what we want. And they're like, lose the arm.
Yeah.
They make it a fucking adamant point, like, to cut off, and then you see him getting mounted with the new
Prepping
arm.
for surgery. Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, okay. All right.
But in the RoboCop remake, which I didn't even finish, they
it's so
at one point
forgettable.
they open it up basically, and you see what's left of him.
Oh.
And it's literally
it's
like
his head and lungs.
Head and lungs, and like I don't even know if there's a heart, but it's just like a couple organs and shit
remember lungs
preserved in this weird looking state, and then connected to his fucking spine up to his head. That's it.
Yeah, fucking silly shit.
It's crazy.
And then obviously RoboCop reports into the West Precinct, back where he was at. And
Back where he was at.
Oh, geez, Scoob. It's too late now. I did it myself.
I'm going to do it anyway.
How many times are you going to fucking play it? Now you got to relaunch the software.
A couple more times.
You asshole.
I got an itchy trigger finger, so just keep talking, buddy.
Yeah, fuck you.
Then there's kind of a montage of him taking out criminals.
Yeah, they do that whole thing, and everyone's like all impressed by him at first.
He stops the girl from getting raped.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't he shoot the guy in the dick?
Yeah, because he's
through her skirt.
It's amazing.
Through her dress or skirt she's wearing. Yeah, like he aims at it and shoots right through. And you're like, he's gonna shoot her in the pussy, and then he shoots him right in the dick, and he's like, ah!
But he stops the gas station robbery by basically destroying the whole place.
Oh, yeah, but you got to go back to the other part though.
But then he just leaves them there.
It's like a lot of that Marvel, any superhero shit where they're always fucking everything up too.
Yeah, like if you just see some shit through, we'd avoid a lot of problems here in this movie later on. But after that girl gets shot, she goes up and hugs him, and he's like, "Ma'am, you have experienced sexual trauma. You need to report to he's like, I will recommend a counselor to you or some shit." And you're like, "What the fuck?"
A rape crisis.
Oh yeah,
center or
rape
something.
crisis center. Yeah, I will refer you to a rape crisis center. Why do you know that well? That's kind of weird that you know the specific verbiage of that. But
I just watched it.
Oh,
He's probably also watched RoboCop more than you.
Yeah.
I get that vibe for sure.
I've watched RoboCop.
Probably more than me, also, because I didn't watch it a ton growing up or anything. So,
And you ever watch? Didn't you watch on YouTube someone remade that whole scene?
I don't know.
It's pretty popular on.
I had RoboCop 2 on VHS growing up, and it was fucking also horribly violent and scary as a child. So I didn't like.
Someone remade it on YouTube and then like show the dick. and then he starts shooting everyone's dick. You gotta watch it on YouTube sometime. I thought we talked.
I'd
about
buy
it.
that for $1. I like that whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
But Lewis realizes it's Murphy when she sees him do the little gun
Murphy,
flip.
it's you.
Yeah, the TJ
Just
laser
remembers
gun
out there.
swirl.
Yeah, he's like, I want to impress
My
kid.
kid's into this guy, TJ Laser.
Well, yeah, he does the gun twirl. He says certain things that he said to people when he was still human.
Yeah, what is that? He said,
I
what
can
does he
take
say?
you in dead or alive.
Dead or
Yeah,
alive,
that's
you're
one.
coming with me.
Yeah, and I feel like so much
You're
of the
coming on me.
I feel like the Mandalorian is like a direct derivative of RoboCop in some degrees, like with his character development and his style and his deadpan.
I mean, he
vocal
even looks
delivery.
like the motherfucker.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like he's like, I can take you in warm or I can take you in cold. That's like very much a derivative of RoboCop.
I can fuck you in the butt, or I can fuck you in the mouth.
That would be RoboCop.
Or I can fuck you wherever the bullet hole goes.
Or I can make a new hole in your forehead.
I'm gonna come on your brain.
That gas station robber that he fucking beats his ass. It's fucking hilarious because he clotheslines him and then he throws him through there like, you're destroying the whole fucking store.
Or the fucking, who is that? The mayor that's gone crazy?
It's a city council member.
A city council member? That's what it is, yeah.
He takes the mayor hostage.
That's what it is, yeah.
But then RoboCop,
he
after it's
punches
been,
through the wall and all this shit.
Yeah, you see his heat vision, his thermal vision, and he goes through and he just fucking pounds him
But
through
he's
the wall.
completely neutralized. There's no more threat, and then he punches him out the window and kills him.
I want one of those really big sports cars that gets really shitty gas mileage.
The SUX 6000.
Exactly.
And I love
It's
how
like
there's cars in there
the
with
sucks.
that.
And it gets
Yeah.
8 miles per gallon. It says.
Exactly.
With really bad gas mileage.
He says really shitty gas mileage, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. It's the way he says it, too. It's just like he's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Well, he lost his job, right? That's why. He was
Yeah, because
there.
that's the Ron Miller bullshit on the second floor there. Then we get to see Bob. Oh, that whole fucking Nukem ad in the news sequence for the Nukem game, the home game. It's like riffing on Battleship is fucking amazing.
Yes.
The fake ads in this are so fucking good.
Love it.
I feel like the other RoboCop movies didn't like quite have that vibe, did they?
I haven't seen them in so long. I need to get a hold of them and watch
just-
them.
What about the TV show?
I know there's a jetpack in the third one, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, the whole and Peter Weller's no
He
longer
really is the
RoboCop.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Starts out without a jetpack, he gets one.
Silver outfit, chrome outfit. You know that polished look. Yeah.
There'll be trouble.
So we see Emil robs the gas station, and then we hear the dead or alive.
We know his name.
You were coming with me. Yeah, because I had subtitles on.
The second gas station, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the actual. Where he's fucking with that guy, and that's a sick conversation too. He's like, "Oh, you think you're fucking smart, college boy?" Because the guy's just like being compliant, as compliant as you'd want someone to be. You're like robbing you. He just gives him the money. He doesn't fucking say anything. So then he starts getting to be a smart ass, and then RoboCop, they shoot the fucking place up, so there's fucking gas leaking everywhere, and then assholes.
He asks for his license, and he's like, "Is it a shitty basement apartment? You're gonna go to veterinarian school."
Same movie? Yeah, basically.
It reminds me of that too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you gotta love that. But that was an awesome scene. He drops that cigarette and then it fucking blows up, and you're like, man.
He's like, we killed you, and that triggers his memory.
Yeah.
Then he's
and then he like freezes, and then.
Yeah, that's where he starts to recognize that he is who he is.
Well, kind of the second time, I think. Her calling him Murphy is the first trigger.
Yeah, that
and then...
triggers it, and then then he just doesn't act.
Yeah,
like
then he
knows
goes
what
and
she's talking
searches
about.
up Murphy on the computer, doesn't he? And he finds out. He's like, "Oh, I fucking died."
Well,
And
no, actually, before she calls him Murphy, he has that dream. When they got the what do you call it? EPG or whatever.
Yeah.
EKG or whatever it is.
Yeah, anyway, so you see that motorcycle crash where he fucking wrecks his bike trying to run from him is amazing, and he won't fucking spill the beans on who he is, so he goes in and uses the computer database. So you can't do that, and then he's got the little R2-D2 dick. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Which winds up being a good stabbing device later on.
CGI?
No.
When it comes out of his... It kind of looked fake.
No, I'm sure it was just a hand prosthesis. Or
the first time it came out, it kind of looked
fucking
CGI
puppet.
or something.
No.
That spike coming out of his hand?
It's like Wolverine. It's just really there. But instead of the bone that it started out as, it's now been covered in liquid adamantium. So, you know. Oh, let's see. Where are we at here?
What's-his-face gets killed by the Clarence at home.
Yeah, he's doing all the fucking...
Bitches leave.
Bitches leave. Yeah. I love how he's doing all that fucking cocaine. Like, she puts cocaine all over her tits, and he's like, yeah, it's just snorting them, and the other girl's getting jealous.
Yeah.
He's having a good old time. That's after the whole bathroom encounter. I like how the one guy pissed all over himself. He's like,
trying to get the hell out of
they
it.
realize the guy's in there shitting. See, and that, like, I feel like that was the obvious joke, and they'd be like,
Wouldn't he have like an
your shit smells like you have cancer. You're going to fucking die.
Wouldn't he have an executive bathroom? I can't imagine that.
Well,
guy
they were in
going
the
down to
executive. That was the bathroom for the executive lounge.
I mean, like a private.
See, if I was ever confronted by somebody in the bathroom like that, I would just be like, get really close to them, lick my lips. Like, you want to watch me jerk off? We can do it right here.
You do that every time I walk in your front door.
I just figured.
I just already do it. I'm like fucking Louis C.K.
I figured the vice president.
Just
would
kidding.
Have a
Horrible jokes.
Private bathroom, but gold-plated toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dick sets the timed, what looks like a grenade, but it's just basically a little bomb. Blows him up. Fucking bounces out of there.
Yeah, it's like a grenade with a digital countdown on it.
And Dick is an asshole.
Thermal detonator.
Exactly. Back to The Mandalorian.
Exactly.
So, I'm telling you, man, The Mandalorian's the better remake of RoboCop than the RoboCop from 2014, I think it was. Just saying.
Something like that.
Nick's over there thinking like, fuck Grogu.
Yeah, he really hates Grogu. He's like, there was no Grogu in RoboCop, and I think that's why he likes RoboCop more.
I'm like, to be fair, RoboCop is better than The Mandalorian.
Oh yeah,
for sure. But maybe not RoboCop 2 and 3. I'd have to watch those.
I think 2's still okay. They still got Weller.
Directive.
He's not on the third one. Damn.
Directive 4 is pretty cool because he can't kill Dick. Murphy can't kill Dick because he's like, yeah, we programmed it in there. He's like, this is my little 2 cents I threw into the program.
Directive 4.
Yeah. Which is great because then at the end, like, it's like he sees he's fired and then you see a little like thing like employee Directive 4 and then it like scrambles and goes away and he's like,
thank you.
Bang!
Yep.
Kills the motherfucker. Pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Fuck that guy.
Well, I love when Dick lets all the bad guy crew out again so they all get those giant fucking guns. Like, what do you need? What have you got? And
what do you need from me?
When they start blowing everything up there. Blowing up fucking cars, buildings, just being outright assholes. Then we go back to the steel mill where their hideout is. That's pretty good times.
Their secret lair.
Yeah.
The bad guy lair. And Murphy's back. She's the only one that didn't go on strike with the rest of the crew, so she's hanging out and having a blast.
Lewis?
I mean Lewis.
Yeah, what'd I say?
Murphy.
And Lewis.
Oh, yeah. Murphy and Lewis. And, hilarity ensues. So this whole fucking shootout sequence, everyone getting killed. It's pretty good stuff.
What's his name goes into the toxic waste.
Yeah, I love his character because like he immediately like boils. I'm like, wait a second, is this like a trauma film? All of a sudden, it's like Toxic Avenger-esque at the moment. I'm like, fuck.
And he's just melting, and then they hit him with the car, and he just.
Then he touches the other guy,
liquefies.
and he's like, help me,
horrifying.
Help me, help me.
It's like, don't touch me.
Yeah, don't touch me.
And as you see right there, he's lifting up Mr. Clarence.
Yeah.
Clarence. Clarence
Yeah, it kills Joe, which is one of those guys' names, so. Leon runs.
Like a punk bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Boogie wants more treats.
Always does.
Which is awesome. So I love how you get that whole sequence, and then he shows back up after blowing up that last ED-209.
Yeah.
He goes in there and he
Ed.
brings one of those ED, erectile dysfunction 209.
Ed 209.
And he fucking just blows it up with one shot and then goes in there. Then he kills him and he's like, hey, you're a pretty good shot. Or whatever he says, and more campy, like one-liners. And he's like,
you should see your wife's back.
Well, we skipped over the first battle with RoboCop and Ed 209, didn't we? Where he falls down the stairs.
Yeah.
I don't even remember that right now.
It's like a giant Mauser, basically, is what I get. Like the TMNT vibes, like one of the giant Mausers that just can't handle anything.
Oh.
RoboCop's all fucked up, and he goes down the stairs, and Ed 209 tries to follow him, and he fucking
yeah.
falls.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember that.
And then all the well, you can't forget the cops turn on Murphy and trying to shoot him before Lewis gets him out of there. And then he takes his mask off, and she's like, it's so great to see you again, Murphy. And you're like, no, it's not. He looks fucking all deformed and deranged and shit.
Right.
It looks terrible. Why is it great to see him?
Looks like the singer of a new wave band.
No, it looks much worse. Yeah, but at the very end, that last one, he's like, the name's Murphy.
And
I have the 8-bit version permanently stuck in my head from having the Nintendo
Same,
game of this.
same.
And I love the little quick bursts they have in the guns that RoboCop has in the game because that's exactly how they
It's
were.
accurate.
In the
It was like
movie,
3 little bullets.
Yeah.
And the thing that sucked about that game is you had to shoot dogs. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lots of dogs would attack you. You'd have to shoot the shit out of them, and they'd go.
Typical side-scrolling shit where like it just scrolls at you.
ears,
Yeah.
It's a pretty fun game though to play as RoboCop like that. I liked it. I never played more than the first couple levels because I was too young and couldn't get past that shit.
RoboCop versus Alien or Predator or something, like on Super Nintendo or arcade.
Oh, maybe yeah. There's a bunch of those games there.
Or
in
Terminator.
comic
Maybe it
series.
was RoboCop versus Terminator, the video game though.
Huh.
Something
Yeah.
like one of those.
Alien versus Predator had a video game in the 90s.
Yeah.
Before the movie.
Yeah. In the
And there
mid-90s.
was
And a toy line.
And there was a Terminator versus RoboCop comic series, and I think a video game in the 90s. I don't.
That's
never
probably
had
what the
it.
video game was then.
So.
Well, that's RoboCop. RoboCop. Rules.
Pot man, pot machine, all cock.
It's so campy, but at the same time, it's fucking epic and amazing in a way that Terminator isn't.
Well, it's also just great on like things like capitalism and police and how
Yes.
those are mixing.
The social commentary. I mean, this almost feels like.
I'm surprised police isn't for profit by now.
Prisons are,
like all
so yeah.
like all the other things that they.
Yeah,
listed in
prisons
the
have already
movie.
been profit.
Prisons, healthcare,
Privatized for profit.
What else did they? I think they listed something else, but.
Well, the other thing that was like controversial is that they talk about the city going bankrupt, and the city of Detroit actually did go bankrupt years later. So that's kind of.
Are they going to tear it
Simpsons
down
called it
and build a Delta City in real life?
I don't know.
They need a RoboCop statue.
They do.
It'd be destroyed in like a day.
Rip.
Yeah, that's fine. They could at least try it.
Well,
what else we got? Anything else we want to chat on? We want to wrap this thing up.
I think we're gonna. Wrap
I could
it
talk
up.
about the Jesus truck I saw on the way out here.
Didn't they have an electronic version of that guy? That little RoboCop figure?
That one has a button on his chest that isn't not lighting up right now though.
Oh, okay.
I want the glow in the dark RoboCop.
Fuck yeah. Glow in the dark anything's dope.
Exactly.
He's missing his arm.
Yeah, he did not come with him, but he's still cool.
It's fine. It's the one they cut off second later, and they never had the extra part they needed.
Well,
It's movie accurate.
that was RoboCop. Subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/FrogWellsPodcast.
Frog Bros.
We got lots of commentaries on there and more to come. We're going to be recording another one this month sometime. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Frog Brothers. Frog Brothers. These are my dinner guests. Frog Brothers. Frog Brothers. Frog Brothers. These are my dinner guests. The Frog Brothers. Frog Brothers. Frog Brothers.
Shut this off. Shut these all off.